Good morning, everybody, and welcome to your Mindset Marketing Maximizer on your beautiful Tuesday morning. Here, I'm going to share and see if I can get a couple people to jump on with me today. See how they're doing. It's always much more fun when I have people on with me. There we go. Just a few people. Ooh. Oh, Tina. Good morning. Hey, it's offering to let me bring you on camera now. They didn't do that for a while. Hey, because remember when you came on with me in whenever it was January, I think. And we had to use Zoom so we could be on here together. Oh, they brought that back to the live feature. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful day up here in northern Alberta. The sun is shining. There's like very, very minimal wind, which is kind of nice because when I'm feeding horses, and because there's a few that I fork feed, so I like heave it over top of the fence, and sometimes that blows all back at me. So I'm like, ah. So when there's no wind, it's kind of nice. But hey, farm problems, right? So yeah, there's looks like very minimal wind out there. And oh, she said she noticed that option on Friday came back. Ooh, so exciting. I might have to try and book either you back on or maybe find somebody to come on too, because I like that feature of having the dual on the live as opposed to the Zoom, because the Zoom lags so badly. I mean, it worked for our purposes, but I prefer having them on here. Anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful day, and I'm just excited to be here with you this morning. We have lots to do today, but I am glad that I can take some time and just check in with everybody, see how you are doing. If you watched my go live from last week, you notice that I kind of got super vulnerable and just kind of, hopefully you can relate. If you're not struggling right now, awesome. If you have not had any of those crazy mental breakdowns like I described last week, awesome. Kudos to you. Good for you for stepping up and taking charge and taking hold of your mental health, because that is real for so many people. My little meltdown wasn't a huge deal. It's kind of a once in a while thing, like Krista had said while I was on my go live. But to some people, it's not. It's like an everyday occurrence and you're just not realizing it. So awareness is key. And if you notice it in somebody else, it might not hurt to reach out. Try and be kind. People don't realize what's going on inside their own minds sometimes, right? So anyway, today I want to talk about the 5 success habits of overcoming challenges. And as entrepreneurs, we all know there are lots of challenges out there. And they don't stop at just, one at a time or whatever, or they don't stop when you start making money, or they don't stop at any time. They just get different. They get more complex. Sometimes there's more. It depends on you and your situation. Everybody's different, right? Tina says, none of my own breakdowns, but I've taken extra care this week as I know tension and emotions are high now. Definitely. Good morning, Christina. Thanks for coming on, lady. I hope you are well. So the 5 success habits for overcoming challenges. The first one is super crucial, is joining a mastermind, because this is, like I was talking about with mental health, this is so huge when it comes to being even a solopreneur. You are yourself and you are an entrepreneur, like most of us, like Tina, like myself, like Christina's coming on here because she just joined, she just started being an affiliate marketer. So yay, congratulations, Christina. And being part of a mastermind is so key, because sometimes you don't know which direction to go, which idea to go with. Sometimes you need the feedback, and being by yourself, or even being like us and most of us, like a house full of kids, you don't have that kind of feedback that you need as an entrepreneur. You don't have the support that you need as an entrepreneur. So a mastermind is like a smaller group of people that meet up on a regular basis, whether it's weekly or monthly or even daily. Daily masterminding is highly recommended if you can fit it into your schedule. If you have similar sized goals, similar mindsets, similar objectives to your businesses, and even similar type of businesses sometimes, like if affiliate marketers kind of all get together, or like Tina, where she does a Reiki remotely. In this case, she does some in-person sessions as well, but remote is probably one of your biggest. I'd hazard a guess and say it's probably one of your biggest ones. Bigger group of clients is your remote sessions, and you help each other to sharpen your business and personal skills. You challenge each other to set up and accomplish those huge goals. This is where you can bounce off ideas and gain support. So joining a mastermind is super, super crucial when it comes to just overcoming challenges. And so that is something that you should get into the habit of, is meeting up with your mastermind on a regular basis. Number 2 is forgiving people. And this is probably one of my hardest ones, is that sometimes people disappoint you, right? They don't meet your expectations. You had high expectations for whatever role that they played in your life, whatever role that they played in your business, personal life, doesn't matter. But as you continue in business and in life, you will probably experience this disappointment of these expectations. They didn't meet your expectations, whatever it is. You will probably get disappointed more frequently, unfortunately, as you work on your mindset, as you work on your self-development, your self-love. The fact that people don't meet your expectations sometimes is going to become more and more frequent. And this is where forgiveness comes in. Forgive them. Give them another chance. Communication is a huge one when it comes to this, because you could say, well, depending on if it was like a team member, an employee, a colleague, somebody in your mastermind, somebody in your personal life, like my husband. Communication is huge, and giving them a second chance or an extra chance after you've communicated your expectations, your intentions for, either the relationship or what you expected of them. Maybe it didn't come across clear the first time. Maybe they didn't understand it fully. Forgiveness is huge, and life is too short to hold grudges. Like, it's way too short to hold grudges. I've learned so much about forgiveness because of just like things that have happened in my childhood, and not even things that happened, but like the stories that I tell myself of what happened in my childhood. That's the key. And so just thinking about them differently or on a flipped script, sometimes putting yourself in their shoes helps. So just forgiveness, man. Just forgiveness. Number 3, put your ideas into action. Action. Oh, Christina says forgiveness is a part of my morning mantra. I have my affirmations. I try anyways. There is no try, Christina. You do. So that is the biggest thing, is just keep using your affirmations. They will work. I promise you. So number 3, putting your ideas into action. Success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I'm sure you've heard that somewhere. I don't even know where that quote comes from because I didn't have time to look it up, but I remember it in my brain. It doesn't matter how many ideas you have, how many big audacious goals you have, the books that you've read, the lessons that you've consumed, so all the education that you've put in your brain, none of that matters unless you implement it. I saw this one. A great idea on the back of a napkin is worth the price of the napkin. Your thoughts, your ideas have zero value until you implement them. That's when you start reaping the rewards of your ideas, of your education, of everything that goes on in your brain. So putting your ideas into action, and be the master of implementation. As one of my mentors, Jesse, always says, be the master of implementation. Always, always be implementing. Number 4, view adversity as a learning opportunity. And we talk about learning, like viewing failure is not failure, it's a learning opportunity. Adversity, challenges, these things is super, super important. Oh, what did Tina say? This is a big one for me, as I have no one to be directly accountable to. This is where your mastermind comes in. Do you have people that kind of have the similar goals as you? Maybe, people in your community. You don't have to meet in person, obviously. During this time, you probably don't want to meet in person anyway, but Zoom is a great resource to meet online. There are communities of people that get together on a regular basis. Get together, get a mastermind. That is number 1, right? Number 1, Tina. That's who you will be accountable to. I need some water. I'm like going all crazy this morning. So number 4, view adversity as a learning opportunity. The greatest leaders are not ones who never make a mistake. They're ones that can get out of any crisis. So they make mistakes, but they learn from them and they move on. Or they see an impending mistake or impending crisis and they find ways to mitigate it. Or, and then they learn, and then so they can take that plan of action that they use to mitigate it or to correct a crisis or a problem or whatever, and they can use it next time, right? Just take everything with a grain of salt, learn from it, and move on. Don't dwell on it. That's the worst thing you could do, is to dwell on mistakes, failures. I don't like to call them failures, but lots of people do. Any crises that happen, let's learn from them, please. Number 5, take care of your body. And everybody says that. They all work out and eat well and get lots of sleep, blah, blah, blah. And we all know what we need to do to be healthy, to keep our body healthy, right? So whether, like myself, I've been intermittent fasting. Most of the time I try and do low carb. Sometimes it doesn't work, especially since we went through we just in the last month, less than a month, 3 weeks, we did our anniversary, my birthday, and a Mother's Day. So I'm like, psh, that's all out the window. But I'm going to get back on track here this week, because I'm part of like a 30-day start from scratch kind of fasting, intermittent fasting group with our girl Karen. So I'm kind of getting back to basics and kind of building from the ground up again, which is nice. Taking care of your body. So find what works for you. What works for me is not going to work for you, right? If your body is not healthy, it's not a good place for your mind to live. Maintaining body health is critical for your mind to maintain its high levels of function. So if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not getting enough nutrition, hydration, anything, then it's not going to function at its highest level. That's the long and the short of it. And that's just why you need to take care of your body, because your body is the one that supplies this with, blood, that provides oxygen, nutrients, everything. So we need to make sure that your body is operating optimally for your mind to operate optimally. And I noticed that with all of the holidays that happened in this house over the last few weeks, and I've, treated myself to some wine here and there and some treats here and there. And if you didn't see my post from a few days ago, I made these brownies, which were so good, but they were like mostly egg and cocoa powder and some coconut sugar. They were pretty good, actually, considering that they didn't have anything nasty in them, really. Like, coconut sugar is really good for you. So, and it's not as sweet as regular sugar or brown sugar or honey even. Like, it's and it doesn't have like a weird aftertaste to it, which is something that I absolutely love. So I got my coconut sugar from Costco. But if you I don't know if I posted it in this group. I might have. It's on my personal page. It's a recipe for brownies. There's me and my kid each eating a brownie. It's pretty good. So go look it up. Pretty much everything on my page is public anyway, so go look it up. So just taking care of your body, making sure it gets the right nutrients, the right hydration, the right rest, and you will allow your brain to operate optimally, if I can say words. So those are the 5 things. The 5 success habits for overcoming challenges. So number 1 was running mastermind. Tina, get on that. Number 2 is forgiving people. Number 3, putting your ideas into action. Number 4, viewing adversity as a learning opportunity. And number 5, taking care of your body. There are many, probably many others, but those are like the 5 key ones that I see on a regular basis from multiple leaders within my industry and with other industries, between all the podcasts and books and everything that I've read. See, I put all this stuff in my brain, but I do implement some of it, most of it, but I reiterate it to you guys, which is how I get stuff out of it, because then I get to like, oh yeah, I learned this and this and this. I'm going to tell my awesome people in my awesome group. And if you're not in my awesome group, then why not? If you're watching this replay on my YouTube channel or on my website, I'm sure there's a link around here somewhere. You can tap on it and get in my Facebook group. Just go in there and request access. I think I have a couple questions and you are in. It's super simple. Then you can jump on live with me, just like Tina, just like Christina this morning. Krista last week joined me. Tina's usually on with me, but she missed me last week because she was busy. But anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I hope that you have some takeaways from this week. If you have anything that you would like me to chat about on my Tuesday, Mindset Marketing Maximizers, then definitely hit me up. If you need ideas, if you need marketing help, I could do like a little coaching session. I don't like to go over 30-ish minutes on these things, but we could do a little coaching session and maybe record it or do it on Zoom and then have it on here. I love to help people, and I would love to help in whatever area that you are struggling. So on that note, have a great week, and I will see you here next week, same time, same station at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here in my group. And yeah, bye.